Welcome to the Cyprus Secret, your ultimate guide to investing and living the dream in Europe's hidden gem. This webinar is specifically for high net worth individuals who are considering relocating or purchasing property in the beautiful Mediterranean island of Cyprus. It's starting shortly, so put aside your distractions, kick back, relax, and stay tuned for the next 40 minutes or so. You'll learn so much, and we've worked so hard to make this webinar not just educational, but also fun and enjoyable for you. Since you're here, you may already have been investigating the benefits of other destinations. So today, we're going to show you exactly why Cyprus has become the go-to choice of so many UK-based high net worth individuals just like you, and how it compares favorably to some of those other countries that you may also have been considering. You'll also hear about our unique approach and decades of experience in this field. Why we at Sunshine Luxury Villas don't just talk the talk, we also walk the walk in terms of living our own dream lifestyle in Cyprus. And through this, we've acquired a formidable suite of experts and resources to give you all the help and advice you need should you decide to join us on this exciting journey. If you decide after watching this that Cyprus could be right for you, we'll help you find the perfect property for you. We'll review your personal circumstances and advise you on the many tax and investment benefits that you can access, as well as help you with relocation and citizenship support should you wish to pursue that. We'll also show you how to get much better returns from your UK pension and so much more. But first, why listen to us? Permit me to share a video introducing you to Paul Han, CEO and owner of Sunshine Luxury Villas. Paul will be your main point of contact should you decide to make an inquiry, and we'll be sharing how to make contact with him at the end.
Hi, my name is Paul Han, and I am the founder and managing director of Sunshine Luxury Villas. With over 25 years of experience in buying, selling and building projects in Cyprus, I'm excited to share what makes our business unique. In 1999, we bought our first home in Cyprus, and we started slowly to build this business. And in 2007, we made Cyprus our home. And living in several areas across this beautiful island, we can truly understand what is the best fit for you and your family. We raised our children in Cyprus, and we understand the community and the lifestyle, and believe we can give good, honest advice. Our company now is truly global, attracting buyers from many different countries. Our dedicated team of multilingual professionals are always on hand to help. We specialise in assisting British buyers, knowing their mindset and what services they require. We will support you in every aspect of purchasing your property. We're still in contact with many of our buyers over the last 25 years, and we're always on hand to help and assist. We work closely with tax and residency specialists to ensure our clients receive the most up-to-date information, making this process smooth and stress-free. We pride ourselves on adopting old-fashioned business values. We are always here for our clients and believe in being accessible and responsive. Over the years, we have successfully helped thousands of buyers find their perfect home in Cyprus. Also, I have worked with many investors and have assisted them in creating multi-million pound portfolios. It's a privilege to be such a part of important journeys. Thank you for considering us. We look forward to helping you find your dream home or investment in Cyprus.
If you haven't yet been to Cyprus, we always recommend that you visit to discover the charms of this magical island. We can arrange this for you at our cost if you wish to do so. So here are a few compelling reasons why this could be worthwhile. With over 300 sunny days a year, Cyprus offers stunning golden beaches, turquoise waters and perfect weather almost year-round, making it ideal for relaxation, swimming and water sports. For winter sports lovers, it's perfect too, as it's one of the very few places in the world where you can ski in the morning on Mount Olympus and swim in the sea that very same afternoon. Cyprus has a rich history and is home to ancient ruins, Byzantine churches, Venetian fortresses and Greek mythology sites like Aphrodite's Rock, offering a unique blend of cultures and centuries-old stories. Of course, the Mediterranean cuisine is delicious. Think fresh halloumi, grilled meats. and local wines, all enjoyed in scenic tavernas or beachside restaurants. It's also very accessible from the UK with multiple daily direct flights, short travel time, English-speaking infrastructure and visa-free access. Cyprus is one of the most accessible and stress-free destinations for UK travellers. Transport links to other countries are also excellent. With easy access to Europe, Asia and Africa, it's a convenient base for travel to so many regions across the globe, facilitating business and international connectivity. However, Cyprus is not just a holiday destination, it's also a great place to live, which is why so many high net worth individuals just like you have not just bought property. They've moved their homes, families, pensions, professional careers and businesses there too. The legal system makes it an especially appealing place for UK citizens to live. This is based on English common law, which makes it familiar, transparent and extremely reliable for those from the UK. Legal documents are produced in English, and unlike so many other jurisdictions, speed and efficiency is the norm. There's no political instability in Cyprus today. The country has a stable democratic government, is a member of the European Union, and maintains strong diplomatic and economic ties with its neighbours and international partners. It's consistently recognised as one of the safest countries in the world. If you have children, it's important to know that family is at the heart of Cypriot life. Children are welcomed everywhere, and there's a supportive community feel in both cities and villages. From hiking in the Troodos Mountains to swimming at safe, family-friendly beaches, there are plenty of year-round activities to keep kids healthy and active. There are also many excellent private and international schools, English-speaking and following UK, American and international baccalaureate curriculums, which is ideal for expat families. As well as entrepreneurs and high net worth professionals, many remote workers and digital nomads have also made Cyprus their home of choice. Drawn by the affordable living and high quality of life, they can enjoy sea views, sunshine and great food at a fraction of the cost of other EU countries. It's also visa-friendly for remote workers. Cyprus offers a digital nomad visa which allows non-EU citizens to live and work remotely from the island, with many tax benefits too. Retirees, meanwhile, experience a relaxed pace of life and scenic surroundings. Peaceful villages, beautiful coastal towns, and a Mediterranean lifestyle offer a serene experience with stunning nature on your doorstep. The mild winters and hot summers make it an ideal destination for those who are looking to escape colder climates and stay active year-round. Cyprus has excellent public and private healthcare systems with modern facilities and English-speaking doctors. EU retirees can access public healthcare with an S1 form, and there are none of the long waiting lists and red tape that you get in the UK. This is also very helpful to families and, in fact, anyone who chooses to relocate to Cyprus. We all know there are times when you'll need a good doctor or a hospital, and being able to access healthcare fast, affordably and efficiently is yet another thing that many of our clients find so appealing. In the next video, which is around 15 minutes long, we'll be sharing a recent interview between Paul and our lawyer Dimitris. This dives into the key issues relating to tax, residency and investing in Cyprus property, and tells you about the safeguards and checks that are done to ensure your investment is secure, as well as how to relocate and access the fast-track program if you want to achieve all the benefits of permanent residency. After this, we'll look into how Cyprus compares to some of the other destinations you may have been considering. We'll be giving you Paul's contact details too, so you can take it further and schedule a call to discuss your specific situation and how we can help.
Hey Dimitri, good to see you, my friend.
Hey, good to see you, Paul.
Thanks very much for coming and much appreciate it. We've been doing business for many years now and lots of our clients have used your services and been really, really pleased, so thank you very much for that. Please tell us a bit more about your firm because I know it's been going a long time now.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, my name is Dimitris Dimitriadis. I'm the managing partner of Andreas Dimitriadis & Co. LLC. Like you said, our law firm has been around for many years. Actually, it was established in 1970, so it's nearly 55 years now. Obviously, it's not established by myself, but I've been there most of the time. It's been 30 years now. And the main areas that we focus nowadays is foreign direct investment into Cyprus, mainly in real estate projects, either by individuals or entrepreneurs who wish to establish a business here and develop. But also, there's a lot of people that we serve in the relocation industry, so entrepreneurs, companies, people moving here. So it's been fun.
Yeah, very interesting times at the moment. So how easy is it to buy a property in Cyprus?
What I love about this Cyprus system in investing in real estate is that it's clear. There is a clear framework within which someone can purchase a property. It's regulated. We have a land registry, and people get a title deed, a legal document that proves their ownership. And even for people who are buying off-plan properties, from the moment you file your contract at the land registry, your interest in the property is protected. And of course, with the assistance of an experienced lawyer, where you use milestones in the contract, you can pace the payments along with construction, this way protecting your interest. So all in all, Cyprus has in place the right safeguards for people who are buying property, whether it's off-plan or a finished property.
So what are the safeguards in place for the buyers?
Cyprus has one of the safest systems in place when you are buying real estate. We actually have a land registry where all your rights are recorded and registered. Your contract of sale is filed at the land registry, which means that your interest in the property is protected from the beginning. And we have this wonderful thing in place now, whereby if there are any encumbrances or mortgages, you need to be notified, you need to sign for it, so that you have notice from the very beginning whether there are any issues with the property, which is fantastic. And of course, the whole framework, the whole basis of our system is that you get a title deed. You get a title deed with your name on, freehold property, which is 99% of the properties in Cyprus, which gives you an undisputed right to a property, which can be inherited by your beneficiaries and so forth. So this is something that I particularly like about our system here. Furthermore, there has been a lot of digitalization in Cyprus over the last few years, which means that the due diligence process is faster. Before, in order to have a land registry search, it could take weeks, in some cases even a couple of months, because everything was done manually. Nowadays, just with the press of a button, you can get a search with the encumbrances on an asset, which makes our job much easier, and it also makes the whole process much speedier.
And another thing a lot of our clients have really liked is about all the contracts are in English. As a lot of other people that have bought in other countries, that are leaving those countries to come to Cyprus, it's one of the things that they've said about us. This is great, it's all in English.
You're absolutely right. I mean, Cyprus is one of the few places in the world whereby the original language of the contract is in English. There's no bilingual contracts. It's acceptable to have a contract in English. It's acceptable to submit those documents to the land registry, and it really gives a sense of security to the purchaser, because they know that what they're signing, it is the official document and is what goes to the land registry. Whereas in other countries that we work, for example Greece, you need to have the document in Greek. Yes, the lawyer can do an unofficial translation for the benefit of the client, But at the end of the day, the official contract is always in a language that they don't understand. And some people find that.
That's a huge thing for a lot of our people. It's mentioned a lot, that is. So what are the options to relocate for non-EU nationals? We've seen many using like the fast track program.
Indeed, I would say that the most popular option for people choosing to relocate to Cyprus on a permanent basis is the so-called fast track permanent residence, which gives them the right to reside in Cyprus on a permanent basis, go in and out of the country. The only restriction is to visit Cyprus once every 2 years, as if they do not have an immigration permit in place, they can only spend 90 days out of 6 months, which is great if you're buying a holiday home and you just want to spend your holidays here. But if you want to live here permanently, then you need to have something stronger in place. Now, how do you obtain a fast-track permanent residence? By purchasing, the most popular route is purchasing a property which is worth at least 300,000 plus VAT, and of course you need to have a certain secure income in place depending on how big the family is that is relocating, and a clean criminal record. But these are the basic parameters. What I particularly like about our permanent residence program is that you just have a list of boxes. When you tick all the boxes, then you know that you will be approved. And this is what I like about
It's really good. And the VAT thing, especially at the moment, is quite an interesting topic because, you know, a lot of the properties we're still showing at the moment had a planning permission from before, so people are able to pay just 5% VAT, which isn't a lot more than what the transfer costs are, so they're not really paying much more. So this is an interesting time frame people are in right now, because obviously at some stage it will go to 19. Perhaps just run us through a little more of that.
That's a very important point to make, that let's talk a little bit about the VAT. So the VAT rate is 19%, but if you're buying a property that you're using as your residence here in Cyprus for yourself and your family, then it goes down to 5% for the first 200 square meters. Now, these rules have changed now, and it has become more difficult to be eligible for the 5% rate, in the sense that it applies to smaller properties, and if you're buying a property that is above a certain price, I think it's 475,000, then you're not eligible for the 5% rate. But right now there are still properties out there that are eligible for the 5% VAT, regardless of the purchase price, regardless of the price, because there is a certain cushion period as well. So I would suggest that those who wish to spend a bit more money in Cyprus on a property, to take advantage of the interim period whereby the old reduced VAT rules apply, just to take advantage.
Absolutely, and that's driven a lot more people here now, because you know it's a huge advantage. You're saving, 14%. It's a lot. So a big question clients are asking us as well is the tax advantages of Cyprus. It's a lot of our clients that have been out recently once have understood what the real benefits are for pensions, etc. No inheritance tax. There's lots of other benefits there. Perhaps you could just bullet point some of these for us. That'd be really handy. Thank you.
I'll start with the no inheritance tax. That's great. I mean, especially to people who come from countries that they still have inheritance tax in place. Having no inheritance tax is a great thing here in Cyprus. Pensioners, who represent a significant proportion of people moving to Cyprus nowadays, they get 3,400 euros tax-free, and then the rest is taxed at 5%, which means that the money goes a lot more further away in terms of their spending capacity. But also, Cyprus offers many tax advantages for active people, for entrepreneurs, for people who have income from dividends, from company activities abroad. If they become tax residents in Cyprus, they can also be non-domiciled here for a period of 17 years, which means that they pay 0% tax on their dividends, they don't pay tax on their interest. Also, they get preferential tax rates under certain conditions on other income streams that they have. Furthermore, if they decide to set up a company for a business activity, which is quite popular nowadays in Cyprus, they pay a very low corporate tax, which is 12.5% at this moment in time. These are reasons that have driven a whole new category of people to Cyprus. Another thing that entrepreneurs love about Cyprus is companies. In Cyprus, we have a very low corporate rate of 12.5%, which means that they can set up a business here, even if they don't wish to work themselves. They can still be the shareholders of the company. They can use it for invoicing purposes, for holding intellectual property rights. There's so many things you can do with companies in Cyprus.
A lot of people have come recently to Cyprus because it always used to be like with holiday homes. For the 25 years that I've been doing this, it was always about holiday homes or investments. Now the people that have come recently have come to have a look at Cyprus. What are the benefits? What are the tax savings? And then they've said, now find me a property.
Yeah,
it's gone upside down.
Yeah, you're right.
It's really a new dimension that Cyprus has come, because people are realising. You mentioned that it's 3,400 or something for the pensions, but also in the UK, people are paying that probably in council tax as well. So just for those two straight away, people are saving 6,000-7,000 straight away, which will give you quite a few fish mezes and nights out.
And quite a few kiosks. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, initially, people were coming to Cyprus for the sun, for the lifestyle, for the safety of the country. But now people, you can see them being attracted. Oh, but there are tax advantages for me. It actually makes a huge difference in my pocket as well. So it combines good lifestyle, tax advantages, safety. There you go. And then you have
little days of sunshine.
Yes, of course.
They're all good additions, aren't they?
Everything works.
Excellent.
Everything works.
A lot of people ask us about healthcare. This is a big question that a lot of people have.
People who are temporarily resident here, they have to rely on private medical insurance or produce their S1 certificate. But since we're concentrating now more on people who choose Cyprus to be the permanent residents, yes, medical care is available, it's standard, it's very cheap, and it's high quality.
It is. We've had some clients before that have said that they've come over. We had a lady that had an accident actually, and she busted her hip. She was in that day and she was out a week or so later. There was none of these long waiting lists, and that's the major. Even when I lived here myself, our family had to go at various things, at various hospitals. You're in, you're seen, and you're out.
No, it's great. It's a huge benefit. I'm very happy. We didn't have a general health system in place before, and I think it's one of the biggest developments in Cyprus for the benefit, not just for the local population, but for those who choose to make Cyprus their home.
Yeah, truly, that is a big thing. And lastly, what's your advice to people that are interested in making Cyprus their new home, buying a property, business, relocating? Generally, what would your advice be?
Well, I would say, first of all, come to Cyprus, get a feel of the place. Cyprus is a beautiful place. And only when you actually come here, you can experience the beauty of the lifestyle, the people, the culture, the food. But at the same time, it's very important that they speak to people like you, Paul.
Yep.
I mean, you have the experience because you've lived here, you've raised a family here. You've been working in the property industry for so many years. It's very important to speak to people who are in the know-how.
And we find a lot of the people, if we can simplify their journey, introduce them to the right people, then it becomes a stressless journey for them as well, meeting all of the right people.
It makes a huge difference. And of course, once you found the dream house, definitely use the services of a local lawyer that will be able to navigate you through the
100%. Because when these people are moving countries, not just moving homes, they're moving countries. So they need all assistance, all the help that they can get. And I know it's much different to using lawyers in the UK. You know, you guys, people might not understand this that are listening to this now, but they're handheld throughout the whole journey, which is really, really important.
No, I mean, I feel so fortunate. I have a wonderful team that specialize in all the aspects of real estate acquisition plus relocation, and we use that experience to guide people through this process. So yes, we'll be happy to help, of course.
Amazing. Thanks so much for your time, Dimitri. It's been amazing. Thank you, buddy.
Paul. Good to see you again.
And you, mate. Thank you very much.
Good to see you again.
I hope that's answered some of your burning questions about tax, residency and property acquisition. Next, and as promised, we're going to look at how Cyprus compares to other tax-friendly countries with residency by investment schemes like Portugal, Greece, Spain or Malta. In this respect, there are clear advantages that make Cyprus stand out, especially for UK investors and entrepreneurs. The first is that there is no inheritance tax at all, which is a rare advantage even among tax-friendly visa countries. This is ideal for generational wealth preservation and estate planning, which is especially relevant to retirees and high-net-worth families. This also compares favourably to Spain, Greece and France, which do have inheritance or succession taxes, even between parents and children, as well as the UK, where inheritance tax is levied at 40% above the threshold. Also, and as we looked at in the video, Cyprus offers non-dom tax resident status, which gives 17 years of no tax on dividends, no tax on interest income, and no tax on worldwide rental income. You only pay tax on locally earned income if you operate a business or are employed in Cyprus. This also compares very favourably with Portugal, which offers some relief but has tightened considerably in recent times. Greece's non-dom regime is limited and requires €100,000 of flat tax per year, and Malta taxes foreign income if remitted, while Cyprus doesn't. Another benefit of Cyprus is that it offers fast-track residency in 12 months. It has one of the quickest and most efficient residency by investment programs in the EU. When you invest in new build property that's worth €300,000 plus VAT or more, you can gain permanent residency very, very quickly. Again, this compares favourably to Portugal, which has been phased out for property investment. Greece's process is much slower and under administrative strain, and Malta's individual investor program has much longer timeframes and higher costs. In terms of other benefits, Malta and Monaco offer similar perks to Cyprus but with much higher living costs. Portugal and Spain come close, but Cyprus still offers a lower cost of living and more favourable tax treatment overall. Also, Cyprus does not have a wealth tax. There has been no annual immovable property tax since 2017. Real estate taxes are limited to low transfer fees and VAT if new. Spain and France, on the other hand, do have wealth taxes. Portugal has a stamp duty and high annual property taxes for luxury homes. Another important benefit of Cyprus is the 60-day rule for tax residency. You can become a Cyprus tax resident by spending only 60 days per year in the country if you're not a tax resident elsewhere, you have a business or income linked to Cyprus, or you own or rent a permanent home. You'll have to ensure, of course, that you are not classed as a tax resident of any other jurisdiction, and of course this is something we can advise you on. Most schemes, on the other hand, require 183 days or 6 months per year to qualify for tax residency or full relocation. This gives Cyprus-based investors more flexibility in terms of where they choose to spend their time. Cyprus versus Dubai is another popular decision point for UK and European investors looking for tax efficiency, residency options, and lifestyle benefits. There are several benefits of investing in Cyprus over Dubai, especially when considering long-term financial planning, lifestyle, and integration with the EU. Some are as follows. By investing in property, you can gain permanent Cyprus residency via the fast-track residency scheme, as we've already said. After 5 to 7 years, you can also apply for Cypriot EU citizenship, which gives you full freedom of movement across the EU. This is a huge advantage post-Brexit for UK investors, especially if you have European business interests. You will also enjoy a familiar European culture and lifestyle, which is very different to the UAE. Dubai offers residency visas, not permanent residency or citizenship. Visas are conditional on property ownership or employment and must be renewed every 2 to 10 years. There is no path to citizenship for foreign investors and no EU access. Cyprus, on the other hand, gives you long-term security. Dubai doesn't. Dubai has 0% income tax, which sounds great, but UK expats may still be taxed in the UK on global income if this is not structured correctly. Dubai does not have a tax treaty with the UK, so there is no double taxation protection. Also, global banks and credit agencies can flag Dubai tax residency as high risk, which can have an adverse impact on your business operations if you are an entrepreneur. Cyprus is better than Dubai for European families. Dubai has a more transient population, a faster-paced lifestyle, and an expensive cost of living, especially when you factor in schooling and healthcare. Property is usually leasehold and residency is conditional. Some families also find the social and cultural restrictions off-putting. In other countries, properties have been sold without clear legal title or with unclear land ownership, leading to disputes or even loss of the asset. In Cyprus, properties must have registered title deeds and buyers secure all their rights via the land registry's assignment and deposit system. There is also the risk of unpredictable or punitive tax changes in other countries. In some jurisdictions, for example, France, Canada, and Australia, investors have experienced sudden introduction of wealth taxes, inheritance taxes, or foreign buyer taxes, which have affected returns and made property ownership prohibitively expensive. In contrast, Cyprus is a stable economy and has an investor-friendly tax policy with plenty of advance notice for any reforms. Some jurisdictions also restrict foreign ownership, limit land near borders, or require extremely complicated ownership structures, for example Thailand and Indonesia. In Cyprus, EU and non-EU foreigners can fully own freehold property, including land and apartments, with a simple, transparent and legally binding approval process. In other countries, investors have faced exchange controls, repatriation issues, or local currency risk. This has happened, for example, in Turkey and Argentina. Elsewhere, property buyers have suffered from bureaucratic corruption, delayed justice, or unfair treatment in courts, which has happened in parts of Eastern Europe and Africa. In Cyprus, and as we've already seen, the legal system is based on English common law, which is transparent and familiar to international investors. There are also recognized property rights protections under EU law. Last but not least, let's look at the benefits of investing your UK pension in Cyprus. Cyprus offers highly favorable tax treatment on pension income. UK pensions received in Cyprus by tax residents can be taxed at just 5% on amounts over €3,420 per year. You can also choose to be taxed under the normal income rates if it's more advantageous, giving flexibility to optimize your pension drawdown. There's no Cyprus tax on lump sum withdrawals from UK pensions. The double tax treaty with the UK ensures that UK pensions will only be taxed in Cyprus, not the UK. Cyprus tax residency is respected by HMRC as long as you meet their non-residency rules. Hopefully, by now, you'll realize that Cyprus offers unparalleled opportunities for UK-based, high-net-worth entrepreneurs, professionals, families, and retirees who are looking to relocate to a beautiful destination that escalates their wealth while giving them a fabulous quality of life. As a thank you for staying until the very end, we'd like to offer you a free consultation to discuss your specific situation and how the Cyprus Secret could be your very own too. We pride ourselves not just on our decades of experience helping our clients with Cyprus property and relocation services, but also on our attention to detail and the bespoke hand-holding that we know you deserve. We are highly reputation and legacy driven, and one thing that we can assure you of is that we are never ever pushy or salesy. All we care about is giving you a wonderful experience from the very start of your journey onwards. And if that sounds good to you, let's talk. We invite you to email Paul Han at paul@sunshineluxuryvillas.com and we'll arrange a convenient date and time. We wish you all the best and really appreciate your time and attention today. Look forward to seeing you again soon.